So good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Online Management and Design Network Breakfast. I'm Julie Uranus, and I'm the incoming chair of the OMD Network. Speaking for the network leadership, I'd like to thank you for joining us this morning, this very early morning. And regardless of your level of interest, we're pleased that you're here, and we look forward to being more engaged with you throughout the year. So just some details about this morning's program. We've asked Ray Schroeder, the director of the UPCEA Center for Online Leadership, to join us to share his thoughts. And then after Ray's comments, we'll announce the award recipients of the UPCEA Strategic Innovation in Online Education Award. Later, we'll introduce our current and future network leaders. And then we're going to wrap up with some small table discussion. So if you're at a table that does not have two handouts on it, if you could either move to a table, join someone at a table, or grab those handouts, that would work too, okay? So without further ado, here's Ray Schroeder.
Well, thank you very much, Julie, and it's great to see the real core of our network here this morning, those of us who are prepared and ready for the best day, actually, of this conference. This is really an exciting day ahead. I'm Ray Schroeder, and I've been a member of UPCEA for, gosh, I don't know, half dozen years, perhaps more. I continue to work in a half-time capacity as Associate Vice Chancellor for Online Learning at the University of Illinois Springfield, but have begun earlier this year as director of our new center, the Center for Online Leadership and Strategy. As we've heard in some of our sessions yesterday, it really is online learning that is leading us forward, that has really been a boon to what we deliver in online professional continuing education. Bob Hanson and I, Jay Halfond, and Amy and others discussed the concept of finding a better way to serve the membership and the association through a center. And so we had kind of a soft launch to the center last year with many activities. And in one of our pieces I want to share with you in particular our board of directors, which currently includes the advisory council, which includes, let's see here, that should take me there, which includes two of the leadership of this network, and I know that they're moving off the leadership, that is Mary Nemec and David Saleh, but also with Sally, who I think is continuing with the network. Our goal is to continue to have an important representation of the network on the center, and you can see for yourselves. I won't read these, but this is an outstanding group of professionals in our field who serve us as an advisory council, and they're guiding the development of the center. And it's not to say that we haven't done a lot, because we already have. The Center for Online Leadership and Consulting has actually performed just a remarkable amount of programs and activities. Of course, we're a driving force behind the SOLS conference, our summit on online leadership and strategy. How many of us here attended the Coronado Island? Yes, good. I just love palm trees. What can I think this is a pretty good deal for a guy from Central Illinois to be able to come to these conferences. So SOLS is one of the events that we've really worked on. We also have done consulting. A number of those are confidential projects, but suffice it to say that we have put together teams and to serve member institutions that require or are in need of campus visits, multiple visits, strategic plans, reports, organizational assessments at major R1 universities, at very little colleges, at a real range of institutions. So these services are available to all institutions at a very modest fee, but also we provide second opinion, which is, one of my favorites. Second opinion is a free service available to all of you, and a number of you have taken advantage of it. And the idea is that if you're confronted with a challenge, an opportunity, a quandary, that you can simply fill out a brief form or call or email, and I, or if appropriate, I'll contact one of our council members, will respond to you for a half hour or hour. So if you're looking at changing learning management systems, or if you're looking at a new organizational structure, or if you're embroiled in a debate on your campus over MOOCs and what you should be doing, or if it's, even a much more mundane kind of thing, that second opinion is available to you anytime. And we encourage calls and collaboration in that regard. We also have are delivering the Roundtable. Oh, I'm sorry, I bumped the wrong. I love, this is my little iPad. I love the iPad, but my fingers are too large to make some of these things work. So let's see if I can get us back up here. Oh, jeez. All right, there we go. There's my code for you. And I have to change that. Nothing secret on here except the Chicago Cubs roster, if any of you care to know about that. Let's see. Here I am, programs and services. Second opinion, and we are hosting the roundtable for the online leadership roundtable on June 18th and 19th in Washington, D.C. This is really a unique opportunity for each of your institutions. There is no registration fee. So it's free, although you have to get to the Mayflower Hotel in Washington, D.C. And over those 2 days, we will confront a number of major issues, not only policy issues. We will have representation from the U.S. Department of Education. U.S. News is sending their editorial team for the online rankings. Some of you may recall that a year ago we met with them and they altered their ranking criteria, and I hope it's a little better this year. We found it to be a little bit better this year than their first year. And we will be given the opportunity to provide input, and also given the early criteria, the early release of criteria that they intend to use for the coming year. So those interested in rankings, that'll be one of the sessions. We also we're exploring working with the e-learning caucus in Congress. There's actually a caucus that represents our interests of congressmen and women, both sides of the aisle. And so we'll be talking to them, and they'll be sharing ideas with us. So many changes. I think many of you have been following the U.S. Department of Ed changes that may require us to do biometric authentication of students at a distance, and that will continue to churn between now and June. We'll see where we end up with that. SARA, an update on the SARA legislation, or SARA initiative. That is, of course, state authorization reciprocity. And there's some new movement there at the Department of Ed, but also in debate in Congress that would put a stiffer requirement on states that choose not to join reciprocity. That is, that they would have to do deeper reviews of colleges and universities delivering classes in their states, or they could choose reciprocity. So I think this is a nudge in the right direction for us, but but sometimes those nudges go where they're not intended. Monday briefing. Do any of us here receive Monday briefing? I hope they're of value to you. It's an email that we send out Monday mornings, and on a variety of topics, trying to choose topics that we think may be of relevance to you with a number of links. And of course, we do the blog, the UPCEA blog, and try to keep you up to date with news. If you're not familiar with the blog, it is at the UPCEA homepage, and we can you can also choose to have it delivered to you via email. So you see Columbia, these are right in the center here, you see the news, and those are the top three were the first three this morning, but others, you know, the other two were from yesterday. I think we show you 5 of those every day. You can receive that daily, yeah, and it's simply just filling out that little form. Let me get, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of going to make us dizzy this early morning. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we've got it all. I'm not going to get there quickly, am I? Well, I will here. Hang on just a second. And so here's the blog. What a special note to all of you. If there's a topic that comes up on your campus, please note that we have searched this blog. So we've got 4 years by 15, I think it's 6,000 postings with links to articles. So you could just put in reciprocity or whatever the topic may be and search the archives of the blog and be able to access those. So all of these will continue to grow, and we look forward to a partnership with the network in building the center and in finding activities and services that would be most useful to you as we move forward. So I don't know, I think I'll pause for questions if there are any questions about the center and where we're going. We'll have updates on the summit. For the summit, you may send one person from your campus, and we've invited you to ask the chief e-learning officer, but that officer may designate another person to go in her or his place, and it's going to be a tremendous event. So I certainly encourage you all to make sure that you take advantage of this free conference opportunity. Julie, anything else I should be talking about?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Well, now we'll move on to the main event, which is our awards. Yes? Okay. Very good.
Do we need to go back to that other computer?
Yes. Do we have materials thereon?
Of course, yeah. See, and we know that's not true because you are all connected to this network. Okay. I gotta give props to Rick Shearer from Penn State for that one. He thought that was intentional this morning.
Is there
Yeah, he's like, wow, what a great hook. Yeah, exactly. So well planned.
one of these two PowerPoints? Did you have one? Do you know? It's the under one? Okay.
Maybe I'll look at the policies.
Okay.
So good morning, everyone. While they're working on the technical piece, I just wanted to say hello. My name is Sandy Pershing. I'm the incoming chair of the Senate Network Senate. Sorry, I can't even say it. and our outgoing chair, Bert Bargerstock, is here with us. Great big thanks to him for really setting the course for the networks over the past 2 years. He's done an amazing job. Lisa Templeton is the chair-elect. So the three of us together have, will, or have, do, or will eventually represent the work of the networks to the board. So we work to kind of organize and collaborate and understand all that's going on with the networks and share that with the board of directors so that they really know the amazing work that's being done by all of you. Really encourage those of you who maybe aren't yet on a committee or in a leadership position to give some careful thought to the ways that you can get connected. The networks are a great way to do that. So talk to the folks in the room who are already in that position and see how you can get involved. So we're glad to have you here today, and I'll turn the time back over for awards. Thanks.
Thank you, Sandy, and thank you, Ray. So now, awards. And this is a great time to celebrate the wonderful work that's being done by so many of our colleagues. So let's bring that up. So this is a new award. This is the first year for the Strategic Innovation in Online Learning. And this award recognizes an institution of higher education that has set and met innovative goals, focused on online education, and has been strategic in planning, development, implementation, and sustainability in line with institutional mission. This is the first year, as I said, and the awards committee voted to bestow the award on 2 institutions. So our first recipient is Mizzou Online Campus Program, the University of Missouri. In November 2010, the University of Missouri transferred 3 units from the Division of Extension to the main campus. After almost a century serving non-traditional students as part of the land-grant mission, the Center for Distance and Independent Study, along with MU Direct and Extension Marketing, in the future would report to the Vice Provost for e-learning. The strategic decision recognized the importance of distance and online learning to the university's plans to improve student access and for enrollment growth. The challenge was to merge and realign 3 units responsible for the delivery and promotion of online courses and programs to one innovative unit charged with developing, I lost my place. Under the direction of the provost, a faculty task force addressed the issue of online and distance learning in conjunction with the merger and realignment of these 3 units. The restructuring necessitated scores of meetings with, as you all know, the registrar, student information systems, the cashier's office, financial aid, and the graduate school. The new unit would serve as a model for restructuring online education. As evidence of the success, the restructuring initiative, the online enrollment has surged over the past 2 years with an increase of over 50%. Taking their enrollments in the fiscal year of 2013 to over 24,000, which is a record for their institution. So, to cater to the surge in enrollment brought about by greater efficiency, Mizzou Online introduced online exam scheduling and additional proctoring locations to meet the increased student demand for proctoring services. So now I invite representatives from Mizzou Online to come on up and receive their award. Wonderful. Let's put the box down. Let's do it together. Turn it on. Oh, I should check it. Thank you. Wonderful.
Well, congratulations to Missouri and an award well deserved. Our next recipient, and these, as you know, are co-recipients, is the Division of Online and Distance Education at Ball State University. In fewer than 3 years, Ball State has reimagined and completely restructured its already robust support for online learning to combine faculty development, instructional design, research, student services and retention, and administrative support for online and blended learning under one associate provost for learning initiatives. And let me digress briefly to say that I think this is a wonderful way to approach the support of online learning, because it's not just the classes, it's not just the technology, it's not just the pedagogy, it is really student support, and it's really integrating the program into the entire academic enterprise. And so I think that this is a tremendous renovation at Ball State. The effort started with two separate but related Ball State task forces and resulted in streamlined yet expanded services to meet the institutional goals, both increasing the quality of online learning experiences and growing online enrollments. And how many of us have been at an institution where two committees actually came together to work together? This is a rare occurrence in higher ed, so congratulations on that point as well. Ball State's restructuring into the new Division of Online and Distance Education is unique because it unifies and coordinates all aspects of online and blended education at the university, while at the same time integrating online education with the services, policies, processes of the main campus without sacrificing those essential distinct merits of online learning. The result has been an elegant transition from a previous state where faculty training and support for online learning were lacking and student services and support were not well integrated into the rest of the campus. Ball State has now created an authentic and sustainable institutional organizational structure that can continue to serve the institution in the years ahead. So I invite our Ball State representatives. Yes, do we have? Yes, come forward. And Julie, you can make your work. Very good.
I'll take a picture for you too. Thank you. Thank you. And so as we approach a new award cycle in the coming year, we invite all of you to consider your organizations for this new award. We love to recognize and making this award a little bit different because it recognizes an institution and historical successes in online education and innovation. So now I'd like to introduce the leadership team for the OMD network, many of whom are not here this early morning, unfortunately. I think they're a little smarter than me. But I digress. So Kim Obink from Montana State University was our chair this year. I was chair-elect, and Dave Soleil from Washington State University was our immediate past chair. And then Mary Nemec from the University of Nebraska was our Associate Chair of Professional Development. Whit Sally from Clemson was our Research, Information, and Emerging Trends Associate Chair. Al Powell from Colorado State was our Networking and Communications Associate Chair. And our Awards and Recognition of Excellence Associate Chair was Terry Nagel from the University of Missouri, which had no bearing on their award.
All right.
It was not rigged. It was not. Okay, and then now for our incoming leadership team. I'm the chair from Western Kentucky. Our chair-elect is Whit Sally from Clemson, and our immediate past chair is Kim Obink from Montana State. And then our associate chair for professional development is Rick Shearer. Rick, wave. Okay. I won't make you stand. And our networking and communication chair is Javier Reyes, who was with us earlier in the conference but had to leave. And then our Awards and Recognition of Excellence Associate Chair is again Terry Nagel. Terry, come on. Thank you. Okay, and so lastly, to wrap things up, if you notice on your tables, there's a couple of handouts, one of which is a contact sheet if you're interested in getting involved with the network. In the coming year, we will be forming an awards committee, which is a wonderful opportunity to learn more and to recognize the good things that are being done in the network, as well as our professional development committee helps with our conferences and the conference planning. So those are great ways to get involved in the network. But I also invite you to consider the other handout, which there are 5 discussion questions that we would appreciate it if at your tables you could ponder those questions and maybe work for those scrambled eggs. And consider those 5 questions, which are: what hot topics are you interested in the coming year? What professional development helped you grow as a leader, thinking back through your own personal experience? What skills do you feel are critical in the work that we do? And what types of opportunities are important to you or your organization? Are you looking for a mentorship program for some of your colleagues that may be at your institution? Are you looking for, just to do conferences and attend conferences, or maybe, attend a webinar? And then finally, if you're interested in any type of communication like blogging, helping out with some of the news that we try and provide our members. And with that, I will leave you. And if you do fill out the worksheets, if you'll just leave them on your tables, I'll collect them at the end. Okay? Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.